And we say good morning to you, broadcasting live, show number 1732. They said it wouldn't work, and here we are live at 1732. We're on the road at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, one of our favorite spots to come in the whole wide world. And so we say good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. How about this? They're out now, the gift cards, making a list and checking it twice. I love that. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
I like that. I like it. It's very
a little bit more clever than what the slogans they had last year. So
yeah, a little play on words, making a list and checking it twice. You know you're getting close to Christmas. We're 53 days away because we're now got the Christmas ornaments out. I mean the little.
Hey,
There you go. All right, that's pretty good on cue. Merry Chicken to all. That's $6.99 is what this goes for. They are in limited supply. And then, of course, the gift cards, we're cranking them up. You say, well, Tom, we're not even to Thanksgiving yet. I know that, but there it is. Making a list and checking it twice. Molly's going to join us coming up here in a little while to talk about what's going on here at Chick-fil-A. We'll crank it up with the verse of the day and the national anthem coming up here in a second. Jesse's here for a minute or two to talk about the weather forecast. Am I right? It's going to be up around 80?
yes sir. We got some record warmth coming up. Tom's got the applause ready to go.
Yes.
So we got a pretty mild, unseasonably warm pattern for the next week or so at least. We're going to be in the 60s today, so pretty seasonable, but then we start getting warmer into the 70s later this week. And like Tom said, probably about 80 degrees once we get towards Sunday and Monday. Now, we do have some isolated rain chances through the later part of this week, and then rain chances go up this weekend as a front heads our way, but it's not necessarily a strong cold front because we'll see those temperatures remain warm. And like I said, 80 degrees probably for highs Sunday and Monday. I'll probably have to look at the record highs and see what they are, but we'll probably be pretty close once we get towards that time of the week. And, our lows probably in the 50s, even just 60 degrees probably early next week. So really more the standards that you would see in September as far as climatology goes. So, and we'll keep that through probably the middle of the month before we start changing things around.
You know my take. Every day it's warm. It's one less day of winter. Yay! I'm already
That's
talking
right.
about spring. Think spring. Think hot weather. But cold weather's coming. We know that.
That's
but
right.
Right now it's okay. We're in good.
Yep.
Now, are we out of the hurricane season? Is it over?
You know, it's interesting. We're actually kind of active for November. Occasionally you will see an uptick in activity later on in the season because it does go through November 30th. And you're seeing actually a couple out there right now. I cannot remember the names to save my life. But there's a couple out there right now. There's something in the Caribbean, and I think there's something over in the Pacific right now as well at the same time. And now there may be something off of the southeast coast next week, something hybrid trying to brew. So we'll keep an eye on that. There may be some strong winds and heavy rain in parts of the southeast coast next week, depending on how that evolves. But we'll see.
All right. So how do we find out more? How do we track
Storm
you?
Tracker Sacker. That's SACHER on the spelling, the last part of that. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and also over at Tri-Cities Weather and Alert Crew with Michael Gibson, and over at Carolina Weather Authority with meteorologist Mike Griffith.
We're going to be joined by Michael Lunsford, bottom of the hour, head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, will join us talking about their big game against Oneida. Also later in the show, Sean Witten stops by, our head football coach of the Cyclones, getting ready for the Carter Hornets coming up Friday night, 2 nights from tonight, right over here at the bank at Citizens Bank Stadium. And also going to be joined by Greg Salyer. He'll join us. Also, Joseph Taylor's going to join us from Ivy Hall Nursing Home, talking about Tennessee, Georgia. Tennessee, as you know, college football playoff first rankings out. Tennessee, Georgia, Ohio State, and Clemson in no particular order. I'll have them for you when I read the paper, but that's we know that Tennessee's number one in the country, college football playoffs. We already had some ball fans today say, it's a trap. It's a trap. We're going to get set up and we're going to get beat. What? Is that not dumb logic? It's like,
Not
are
seen
you
it
kidding
yet.
me? No, it's like, well, I don't want to be number one because it's going to jinx us. Then we've complained because we weren't any good. It was a dumpster fire. Now we're good. Now we're number one in the country. Now people are complaining, well, we don't want to be number one in
We've
the country.
been
It's a trap.
undefeatable so far. What's any reason to
It's a
think
trap.
any different?
Look at you. Molly Tipton, you're on it. Holiday gift cards. Plush cows. Oh, that's
Latest
what she's
and
going to talk
greatest.
about. All right. She is awesome, isn't she? She
Gets
does a
us in
good
the
job.
Christmas spirit, doesn't it?
It does. It does. 53 days from now. Can you believe that?
53 days from now.
Yeah.
Might as well be 53 minutes from now. I've already started listening to Christmas music.
Have you
So,
really?
I have.
Can you croon a little bit for me? Give me a little crooning. Can you give me
Well,
a little
I don't have
white
the best
Christmas?
voice today, but let's see. We can do some Bing Crosby here.
Do a little bang.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Is that good for you?
Keep going. Don't
Where
stop.
the tree tops glisten and children listen.
It's pretty good.
To hear sleigh bells in the snow.
It's good. Man, he was velvet. That voice was velvet, wasn't it,
That's
Bing
right.
Crosby? Goodness.
You
did a
Bing
good
Crosby. Thank you. Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin,
The crooners.
Nat King Cole, all the classics back in that time frame.
job. Can't beat it.
No, you can't.
All right. Storm Tracker Sacker. Warm weather till the first of the week. I love it. Yeehaw.
Well, watch out later part of November.
Oh, quit. There you go. Like
I had to
Tennessee.
do it. I had to do it.
You're
I
like a
can't.
Tennessee fan. All I heard for 2 years is, God, we're awful. Get rid of Kiffin. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of Pruitt. Blah, 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 blah. We get Heupel, and now we're going to be terrible. We're a dumpster fire. Now we're number one in the country. People go, no, we don't be number one. It's a jinx. I'm thinking, you're never happy. People aren't happy. We complain about everything.
That's right. We sure do.
Don't get it. Summertime we're yapping because it's too hot. In the wintertime we're yapping because it's too cold.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everybody likes that in between, which we don't get a lot of. You know, the fall and spring weather. Usually it's one extreme or the other.
Count your many blessings. Count them one by one. Count your many blessings. What
See
the
what
Lord
God has
has
done.
See what
That's
the Lord
right.
has done. Yeah. So we got to enjoy
If we get
the
snow
ride.
in time for Christmas, I'll be a happy man.
You're like, Carl Wilson says, sounds like the King. Says, you sound. Baker says, Storm Tracker Singer. There you go. Hello, Charlotte.
Thank you,
Tyler,
Lisa
Star
Baker,
Nave.
one of my biggest fans.
Yep. Hello, Rick Peters says, good, Jesse. Yeah, you want to do a little more? You want to do one more before you get out of here?
Let's see what
you
we
got a
got.
crowd gathering for you now.
Oh, man. I better not jinx it. We might want to leave it at what we got.
Okay. Just let him. Just tease him.
Maybe next time we'll do
Yeah,
another one.
yeah. Can you sing out like Elvis?
Oh, blue Christmas without you.
That's good. Good job.
Elvis ain't my favorite, not gonna lie, but nah, he's a classic. Everybody loves Elvis, just
Yeah.
about. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whole beggar's Elvis. Thank you very much. All right. Let you get back to work selling chicken. We're going to get back to doing some sports. And here's the Kingdom Heirs of the National Anthem, our buddy, the Jesse Storm Tracker Sacker, here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Molly joins us coming up in a minute. All right, Game 3 worth the wait for the Philadelphia Phillies last night after rain forced Game 3 to be postponed on Monday. The Phillies and Astros able to continue the World Series last night. Phillies 5 home runs, 7-0 win over the Astros. They lead the best of 7, 2-1. A championship now just 2 wins away. Game 4 tonight. The Phillies, Bryce Harper opened the scoring with a 2-run shot in the first. Phillies kept piling on Lance McCullers Jr., who did not have a good game. Phillies are a perfect 6-0 in this postseason. We'll talk more about it coming up a little bit later in the show. Again, they'll come back with Game 4. Let's see, there'll be Game 4 tonight. Historically, when the best of 7 is tied 2-1, the winner of Game 3 has gone on to win the series 70% of the time. Tonight, it's going to be Aaron Nola for the Philadelphia Phillies at 11-13 and 11-9. Christian Javier will start for the Astros. Game 4 tonight at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. So there you go. Also, before Molly gets in here, undefeated Tennessee, the number 1 spot in the college football playoffs, initial top 25 ranking. Number 2, Ohio State. Number 3, Georgia. Number 4, Clemson. Ranking undefeated Michigan at number 5, Alabama number 6, ahead of number 7, TCU. So Josh Heupel says, we've talked about this early in the week, didn't know where we'd be ranked. At the end of the day, one thing we've tried to do here is enjoy the journey in Knoxville. Tennessee averaging 49 points a game, leads the country in total offense, the 7th different program to earn the top spot at any point in the playoff era. So Tennessee at number 1. They'll take that into Athens, Georgia on Saturday for a 3:30 kickoff against the Georgia Bulldogs. And so I'm sure they're not happy in Georgia because they're not the number 1 team in the country in the college football playoffs, but the Tennessee Vols are. All right, quick break. We'll be right back. She's here. Bottom of the hour, going to be joined by Michael Lunsford, head football coach of the Hampton Bulldogs, and Joseph Taylor from Avion Nursing Home is going to join us coming up later in the show. But first, here's this from Chick-fil-A. It's called The Spark on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Molly Tipton next, right after this.
Come on, guys, hurry! Where is everyone? Why aren't the lights on?
I don't know, Sam. Seems like everything's off this year.
What's wrong with the lights?
Got me. Nothing's working. Hey, mind flipping that switch for me? Third time's a charm.
Wait, what? Wow. Huh? This is awesome.
Well, hello there, Sam.
Hi. What is all this?
Know when things are a little off? We turn them on.
What does this switch do?
That fixes bedhead.
What?
Oops, we might have to reverse that circuit.
Oh, what about that one there?
Replaces your goldfish with an exact replica.
Why would you need that?
No reason.
Whoa, what about that one?
That's the step springer. What are you looking for?
I wish there was a switch for my town.
Oh, Sam, there is no switch for that. But all people need is a little hope, a spark to light the way. And that can be in all of us, right here.
Thank you!
My pleasure.
Be the spark.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'll have you on later in the show, Mr. Robinson. You will be on the show, yes. We'll get her back on a little bit later. We'll do a double whammy.
There we go.
There you go. Turn that up so they can hear you. Hi, Molly Tipton.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You're not all the way in the camera, so scoot my way a little bit. There you go. There you go. Wave at him. There you go. You probably don't know this. She doesn't look anything like her dad. This would be Tommy's girl. So it's a dead ringer for Tommy Tipton, aren't you? Your daddy's girl?
Yep.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Good. You should be. Is Libby daddy's girl too?
She has him wrapped around her finger.
Oh, you better believe it. You better believe she does. That's a little obvious. So that's what happens. These little girls wrap you around your finger. Absolutely. I got some of those myself. All right. So here, just hold this thing because there's a lot
Hold
of
it.
there's a lot of noise in here.
Okay.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Every
can
good?
hear you.
We're going to record this. Lisa Baker. Wait a minute. Baker says what? Baker says she don't like me if I'm talking about. Say I'm only a fan when you call for snow. No. Ask Molly about our leaf blower and chainsaw adventure. Oh, God. Go ahead. What happened?
So on Halloween, Dad and Scotty took the kids over to Golf Course Acres on the
Right.
golf carts to go trick or treating.
Right.
So me, Mom, Nick, and Lisa all took our leaf blower and took the chain off the chainsaw, and we hid behind a school bus parked by the golf course. And as they were bringing them back home, we jumped out and scared them and blew them, and it was fun.
With leaf blowers, blew them and scared them.
Yeah.
They went nuts. They
Yeah.
cried and squalled and all that.
No, they kind of yelled at us like, "What the heck? Why'd you do that?" They were mad at us, but it was fun.
All right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anytime you can get somebody, it's good, isn't it? Yeah. What is the name of your fingernail polish, by the way?
It's called Hazelnut.
Hazelnut. You gonna put it up there where they can see it? It looks nice.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, let's put it right there. Hazelnut. There you go. Very nice. Very classy looking.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Pete and Crystal Slagle, hello to you. Carrie Reed, hello, dear. How are you? Reba Whitehead, hello, dear. How are you? Thank you all for being with us. We are live here at Chick-fil-A. All right, here we go. You ready? We'll
Yep.
record this. We're talking to Molly Tipton with Chick-fil-A. So 'tis the season. Let's start with your plushes.
Okay.
Let's go with this
So
one.
this is our holiday plush cow. They're $6.99 plus tax. You can get them while supplies last from now until Christmas. And then we also have this drummer boy one left over from last year. We still have a couple of those left if you're interested in buying those as well. They make great little white elephant gifts, or you can buy a gift card and give somebody a plush cow as well. If you have any kind of holiday parties to go to, or if you just have a friend who loves Chick-fil-A so much.
Hi. Hi, Chick-fil-A. Okay, moving along. Those are $6.99. All right. Gift cards. Tell us about this.
We have that's our new holiday design for the gift cards. You can get those anytime now through when supplies last. We think we have about 1,000 of those. You can get any monetary value up there from $2 to $1,000 on there. So just stop by and you can get up to 3 through the drive-through. But if you want more than 3, we ask that you come into the dining room.
Making a list of Chicken It Twice. I love it. All right, those are the gift cards.
Those are the gift cards. Yes.
Yep. And we've also got coming up November the 14th, the holiday milkshake. Tell me about that.
Yes, the peppermint chip milkshake will be here on November 14th, and then coming with that, right now we are pre-selling our tortilla soup, so you can get tortilla soup now, but it'll be here all the way through the holidays as well. So we've got tortilla soup for a while, so come and get that as well if you like more chicken spicy soup.
The phone number is 297-1266, 297-1266 to order your trays, and there's the trays. Tell me about it.
You can get a mac and cheese tray. Those are usually a big hit at parties. We also have a fruit tray and a salad tray for our sides. And then you can also get a cold sub tray. It comes with grilled chicken on a sub bun with Colby Jack cheese and honey roasted barbecue and lettuce and tomato. It's very good. You can only get that through catering. You can't buy that in the store. Of course, we have our nuggets and our chicken strips, and then we also have our cool wrap trays if you're wanting a more fresh option, more grilled chicken like that. And you can also get our chicken mini trays. Those are only until 10:30 though. For dessert, we have our brownie and cookie trays, and we also have a 6-count cookie if you're not wanting to buy 12 or 24 of those. And if you have a party, say on Sunday, you can get a chilled nugget tray, so we'll cook it for you, we'll chill it and give it to you in a metal pan, and you just have to pop it in the oven, and we'll give you the baking instructions and warm it up for your party the next day.
There you go. 297-1266 is the number to call, right?
Yeah, it's the number to call, and you can also place catering orders online it's chickfil-a.com/catering, and you'll just select the Elizabethton store.
Yep. And then talk about the mobile app.
The mobile app, it's a real efficient way to be able to place your order however you would like it through our mobile app. You earn points that way as well that you can redeem for free food later on once you've earned enough points, and you can just kind of take it and run with it. Some people can get a whole free meal for their whole family after they've accumulated so many points. It's a really great way to use it.
297-1266 is the number to call. So the holiday gift cards are out. We showed you that. Making a list and Chicken It Twice. There it is. Got those in any increment from 0 up to whatever you want to put on it. Mary Chicken Doll for $6.99. That's this year. And last year's some carryovers are the
Drummer Boy.
Drummer Boy cow. And it says March to More Chicken. There you go. And so that's $6.99 what we have left of those. The peppermint milkshakes here November the 14th. And the holiday trays we talked about, 297-1266. Great job.
Thank you.
Molly Tipton with Chick-fil-A, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We just made a commercial. Way to go. Isn't that good?
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's been busy, 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 and you're looking for help. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes. We're always accepting applications. You can place an application online by texting SERVE to 423-455-5155, or you can come in the store and we can give you a paper application as well. We're always looking for great full-time and part-time people, flexible scheduling. It's a great place to work, great environment. So.
Yep. In fact, we have 2 new ones up here today.
We do. We're training a lot
Alyssa
of new people.
And what's her name? Diane? I can't remember her name.
I haven't met her yet, so I'm
No,
not sure.
she's brand spanking new. She told me that this morning. And Alyssa's been here 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
They're hiring new folks. So join our team. Go 423-455-5155, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great place to work. Get to work with folks like her and her mom and her dad. They're awesome peeps. And so it's we need some extra bodies gearing up for the holidays, right?
Yeah, gearing up for the holidays. Catering's always big through the holidays. You can call now if you have a tray that you want to place for in December. We can go ahead and take that order and get you down to make sure we have enough people here to get those trays put out.
Absolutely. Great job, lady.
Thank you.
Yep, quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to be joined by Joseph Taylor, Michael Lunsford of Hampton High School football, and sitting over here waiting to go, my buddy Sean Whitney's eating lunch. We're going to talk Cyclone football. The Hornets are coming. They came last year. We got them 47-14. It's a good football team we're going to be playing. He'll talk about that coming up. Joseph Taylor's next. He's talking Tennessee, number 1 in the country, the college football playoffs. Already folks say, no. I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute. Last year we wanted to just get 6 wins. Now we're number 1 in the country. People don't know we're going to jinx us. No. Enjoy the ride. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Carter again from right here at Lingerfeld Drug Center. We're going to talk about immune health and flu shots. So
yes,
let's talk about this right here. Black elderberry, vitamin C, and zinc gummies. Tell me about this, would you please?
Yes, those are products, we've talked about them before, but especially with flu season starting up, we're seeing a few people coming in with it now. Those are just some natural products and vitamins, you may not get enough of through regular diet. And all they do is help boost your immune system, help you fight off any, viruses or bacteria you may get, especially at school or going out and about in big crowds and stuff. But we've got gummies, tablets, and chewable tablets about any way, that you might like to take them. But nowadays it's good just to have that little bit of extra boost.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably just go and get those. I love them. I'm out. I'll take them.
Yeah.
All right. And so then we get into allergy and sinus. Let's take, here's some show and tells here. The first one will be Afrin. Unblocks in seconds. Tell me about this one.
Especially with people starting to turn the heat on, they're saying, we had a lady call this morning actually said, my nose has stopped up, what can I take for it? And, that's one good thing about us is you can come in and talk to us and we take the time to help figure out what's best for you. But Afrin is a decongestant. And if you're real clogged up in your head, that goes in, breaks everything up, helps you get cleared out. And that's what these other two are actually also. Just a little bit different formulations, but a lot of people say, I don't like nose sprays because it leaves a bad taste in my throat. And that one's a little bit different formulation, help it stay in your nose and not go down your throat. And that one has got camphor and menthol, like a Vicks Vapor Rub smell, and it helps open you up almost the extra strength, I'd call it, but that one is really good.
So allergies right now are out there, and what are folks coming in and telling about? I would assume leaves and grass and pollen?
Leaves, grass, pollen. Like I said, people turning on the heat where it's been all year, all that dust is burning out, and that's been my problem is bank has turned the heat on us a few days, and it's got my nose a little stopped up, but
you're going to make it through, though, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor.
You are a survivor. Now, tell us how you can take prescriptions to teachers at schools. I think this is really cool.
Yes, that's something we've been doing, actually been doing a lot of the last month. Especially with teachers being so busy, and a lot of them have kids after school running everywhere, and we're able to, if you let us know what time of day you want it there, whether it be a planning period or lunch break, we'll bring it to you and meet you at the front office or out in the parking lot. And, I don't think it could get much easier.
No.
We like to be as accommodating as we can.
Absolutely. And they do a great job. Lingerfeld Drug Center, downtown Elizabeth, and right beside Carter County Bank. Social media, how do we find you?
On Facebook as Lingerfeld Drug Center.
Hours are open?
We're here Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays, 9 to 12.
And the phone number?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors, folks, making it go. Love shopping here. Believe in this man. Believe in what he does and his staff. They do a wonderful job. Eric and the guys and ladies at Lingerfield Drug Center in downtown Elizabethton, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by. Brother Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Joseph Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, in the house. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. Love you coming in here talking. So, how about it? Tennessee #1 college football playoff. Was that unbelievable in 2 years?
I think back to when you and I were talking about Tennessee football before the season, and we went down the schedule game by game, and I think even you and I, wearing our orange-colored glasses, came up with 10-2 as like the best-case scenario, and now 10-2 would feel like a letdown. I feel like anything less than 11-1 at this point would feel like they didn't achieve their goals. How amazing is that?
Yeah, it is amazing. Well, and you look at his football team; he's doing it again. He's still got Pruitt's guys in here. He doesn't have all Heupel's guys.
Nope.
But you better believe with the run they're having from a recruiting standpoint, it's going to be a bonanza.
Oh, they've already. I mean, they're getting some crystal balls for 5-star recruits now. We've talked about it. If you win, the players will come.
Absolutely.
They're winning. They're putting a great product on the field, a fun product, offensively, defensively. Who wouldn't want to play in that system?
Yeah. Well, they're #1 scoring team in the country, 49 points. So it's a fun offense to watch. The no huddle. They're going to Georgia, of course. This I would assume now will do nothing but rev them up. #2 is Ohio State. #3 is Georgia, and #4 in the college football playoffs are Clemson. What does that all mean? It's different from the AP poll. This is, if you start the 14 playoff today, it would be Tennessee against, I guess, Clemson.
Yes, sir.
And Georgia would play Ohio State. If we stop today, and of course we're not. There's a lot of football left. But to be the #1 ranking, and then as I said earlier before you came on the show, got folks out there, Tennessee fans, well, no, we don't want to be #1. It's jinxing us. And I'm thinking, this is the same guys that, 2 years ago, it's a dumpster fire and we're terrible, and so.
A jinx. No, we'll take it.
No,
bring it on.
You want to take it? Absolutely want to take it.
Yeah,
so.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you think? Let's break it down. Tennessee and Georgia, what does Tennessee have to do to go down there Saturday and win this game?
So I think when people watch Tennessee's offense, the thing that a lot of people think about them is that they want to throw the ball. And that is true, but Tennessee wants to run the ball. They have to be able to run the ball to open up those passing lanes, because what they're trying to do, they're trying to run the ball so that the defense will have to commit more guys to the run. The more guys that are committed to the run, that's when they can hit them for a big play, because you get a linebacker thinking, oh man, I gotta get this running back. Then the middle's open, or if you get a safety coming down a little bit thinking he's gonna make a play on a running back, then boom, you can run by him. So it's definitely a run-first offense.
No question. And, of course, Nolan Smith, the #1 pass rusher for Georgia, came out, we told you he was hurt on Monday. Kirby said he may not be. Now he's out for the season. He's gone, which I hate to see that guy miss his senior season. He's a senior out of Savannah, Georgia, #1 tackler on the team. I hate to see anybody on any team miss all the work you get into lifting weights and running, conditioning, and get hurt, and you're out for the year. So, tough break for that young man. It'll probably help Tennessee's offense unless Chaz Chambliss, who's going to replace him, can step up and play big for Georgia.
And that's the thing about Georgia. They're 5-star U now. So let's see. They lose one 5-star, they'll bring another one in. Let's see what he's all about.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it for the kid, I do, but it's really hard to feel sorry for Georgia because they have so much talent.
Carrie Reed says those are cute. Hello, Junior Campbell. We're talking about these stuffed animals or stuffed little things. Everett Wagner's watching. We're live here again. Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. If you missed it earlier, here you go. $6.99. This is the new one. It says "Merry Chicken to all," and then also the new list, the making a list and chicken it twice. There you go. Sean Witten joins us coming up next. Here we're live. We are Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. Talking about the big game tomorrow night Friday night against the Carter Hornets. So Tennessee and Georgia. So for Georgia to win the game, we have Georgia fans out there watching too. So for the Bulldog fans to win, in your humble opinion, what do they got to do?
They got to stop the run. They got to stop Tennessee from running the ball. If they can stop the run, they can commit less people to the pass game, and that's the way they do it. If you want to shut them, so Heupel's been at Tennessee 2 years now. his offense has only been shut down completely one time, and that was last year against Georgia. Now, Georgia also had 8 guys from that defense drafted, so I mean, that was obviously a once-in-a-lifetime top defense that they had last year, and I'm sure they got just as much talent this year. But that we'll see. We'll see if Tennessee's evolved from last year. I know they have. I mean, you can just tell by the way they've been playing this year.
Tennessee specializes in no-huddle offense.
Yep.
That can be very frustrating, very tiring very quickly for the defense. So how does Georgia counter the no-huddle offense for Tennessee?
Try to get some drives together when they're on offense. Try to string them together. Some long drives, run the clock down if they need to. Keep Tennessee's defense out on the field for as many snaps and keep the offense off the field. Time of possession, although Tennessee can score quick, I feel like that's the only way you can do it is just keep the ball away from them.
Cyclones Friday night hosting the Knox Carter Hornets. Again, we'll be ready to go with that one. 6:30 airtime, kickoff at 7. All the playoff games are at 7 because of travel. And we get that. Knox Carter making a bit long trip over the bus.
That is a long trip for a first-round playoff game.
Absolutely.
Sheesh.
So what are the keys for that one for us to win this game on Friday night?
I think the key for us is definitely defensively. You know, you look at our coaching staff, it's been incredible how they've adapted the play to the personnel they have. On defense, we're running more 3-man front with an extra linebacker because we realized, man, we got a lot of linebackers that are good, and I think that our linebackers are going to be key to stopping Carter, who likes to throw the ball, what'd you say, 38 times a game?
Averages 38 throws a game.
That's
Yep.
a lot of passes for
Yep.
a high school kid.
Yeah. And he's good at it.
Yeah, he is.
Over 31 touchdowns, over 2,200 yards passing. His kid's the deal. His name is Chandler Smith, and we'll let Coach Witten talk about him coming up here in a minute. Junior says, I thought you were saying I was cute. Well, you are cute. Yeah. And I've told you that before. You're a cute gentleman. So. Old Junior. He's a nice one. So these are cute. $6.99. Mary Chicken Doll. So there you go. We are live here. We will have the Singing Cyclones coming up later, closer to Christmas. Like we say, closer. We're 53 days out. It's clicking along, folks. You get ever so close. We will be 3 weeks from Thanksgiving tomorrow. It's hard to believe.
That is hard to believe, and we'll love to have y'all back.
Oh, can't wait.
We're hoping to get lots of singing groups coming this year. We definitely want to try to make this a normal Christmas after the last 2 that hadn't been so normal.
Mm-hmm. Good point. So the Singing Cyclones, these are members of the Cyclone football team. We go to the halls of Ivy Hall Nursing Home, and we sing Christmas carols a cappella, or as Barney Fife said, a cappella. And so we sing, and we put a smile on their faces, and it puts a big warm spot in our heart, I can tell you that. I love doing it. And so we'll schedule that. I think Baker's going to kind of head that up.
Absolutely.
And she's going to get with you, and we're going to pick a night, come up there for an hour or so and sing Christmas carols.
We can't wait. That'd be great.
Yeah, it is. Will you come sing with us?
Yeah, sure.
Because last year you were out of town.
I was out of town.
So.
I'll make sure I'm in town this year.
Yeah, I want you to be here to sing.
Yeah.
Be Taylor and Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, people don't want to hear me sing, but hey, I'll do it anyways.
Absolutely. He says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord. He don't care.
That's right.
As I tell my girls all the time, the good Lord says he's not interested in your ability, he's interested in your availability. And if you're willing to do it, I mean, Moses stuttered. Guy had a speech impediment. Says he stuttered. Took Aaron along with him, and we know the rest of the story with Pharaoh and crossing the Red Sea and all that. So he's just interested in your ability, your availability, not your ability. He'll take care of the rest.
Absolutely.
So if
100%.
you can't sing, it won't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I can't sing.
I'll just hide behind old Gabe Short. He'll sing for the both of us.
He's going to come sing at the show one day this month. He can flat croon.
He can. He leads the auditorium singing at church on Wednesdays. He's got that big, heavy bass voice. It's nice.
He belts it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right, Ivy Hall Nursing Home, before I let you go, what's the very latest? What's going on there?
Ivy Hall, we just finished up our painted pumpkin display. That was just a great turnout from people. We're still accepting short-term or long-term admits, and we'd love to have you come work with us. CNA, LPN, RN, housekeeping, dietary. We're hiring for everything. Come join us.
Absolutely.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or ivyhallnursinghome.com is our website.
We read the verse today here. Psalms 96:4 says, "For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He is to be reverently feared and worshipped above all so-called gods." It's pretty good there, folks.
Yes, sir.
96:4 Psalms. "For great is the Lord, greatly to be praised. He is to be reverently feared and worshipped above all so-called gods." There you go. That is the verse today here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So, as always, my friend, you want to give a score? Georgia,
38-35 Tennessee. Let's hope for another last-second field goal.
It's crazy. That's exactly. I came up with 38-34. So there you go. So if Georgia's defense can get a helmet on Hooker, it's going to be a long day. But if he can dodge the bullet, literally and figuratively speaking, Tennessee's got a legitimate chance. But as we speak, Kirby Smart and Georgia's defense are putting together some schemes.
He's a defensive mastermind. He'll have them schemed up. Yeah. But let's just hope Tennessee's offensive line's played really well. Let's hope they can keep that up, and hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
I got to do one thing though, or I'm going to get in trouble. So today is my little girl Catherine's 7th birthday. So happy birthday, Catherine.
Is she watching?
She's probably not. I hope she's not watching. She should be in school.
Oh,
but she watches. She knows I'm coming, so she'll watch on my mom's phone later.
Why don't we Taylor sing to her, and then she can come back and watch it tonight when she gets home from school? You want to try that?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, let's try it. Catherine, you ready?
Catherine, yeah.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Catherine. Happy birthday to you. And many more. There you go. Happy birthday,
She'll
little
probably
Catherine.
be happier hearing from you than me anyways.
She's a neat kid.
You're a celebrity.
Oh, I'm just no country boy talks. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yep, quick break. We'll be right back. The real celebrity, our head football coach, Sean Witten, next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Diana from Double C Western Supply. We're promoting Hey Dudes, and tell us about this one, would you please?
Sure. This is a ladies' Hey Dude. It has kind of a Western feel to it, I feel like, because of the print on the toe. But the Hey Dudes are very popular, super lightweight, very comfortable shoe. Those run around $60 a piece on the ladies.
Okay, there's that one.
Just another example. They just come in all different flavors, all different colors, all different kinds. So just a few different. Some of them get kind of funky, some of them not so funky. So just a few different kinds.
Now, these are all the ladies, is that correct?
These are all ladies, yes.
All right. One more example of the ladies for you to show. They're all in here in stock and ready to go. Sizes for the ladies?
Sizes are 5 to 12, I believe, in ladies.
Okay. Now we got the kids in.
That is actually, yes, we were very.
I love that.
You like that one, Will? We're very lucky to be able to scalp a few of them and get them in here. That's actually a toddler's size.
Mm-hmm.
So these run from size 5 up to a 10 in children, like in a baby shoe.
Okay.
These two here are girl shoes. So just a couple that we got in there. Yeah, Nanny's here.
Ladies, Hey Dude. All right.
Yep.
Or kids, Hey Dude.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes, little girls. We've not got the boys yet. They are on order. But they are super popular. Yeah. The company has not been able to keep up with the children's.
Oh, really?
They sell more of the children's than they probably do the men's and women's, I have been told. So they're kind of chasing them, trying to catch up and have enough produced to meet the demand. So
it's awesome.
Yeah, this is the men's.
How big a size do we go?
Up to 15.
From 7 to 15.
Yes,
there
7 to 15. So
there's the
we
guys.
stock a very wide variety of sizes in those.
Okay.
And the neat thing about those last two on the men's is they have a darker sole.
Mm-hmm.
So, you don't have to worry so much about those getting dirty.
Yeah, there you go.
And
price point on these are?
65.
65,
yeah.
Right. Here's another guys.
65 on the men's.
With the white sole.
I have learned, since we've stocked these, they are machine washable. So you can throw them in the washing machine, and I've not tried it yet on mine, but that is something you can do to make the life of them look better.
Okay.
And this is a nice color too. I think that would look nice even as like a church shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's the back. All right.
So and this is just a small assortment of what we've got. This is just a little bit of an idea of what colors we do have in stock. But do you remember? I counted them. We had
600 pair when we started.
We had over 600 pair when we started, but I cannot remember how many styles of each we had.
We had 14 women, 11 guys.
Good job.
There you go.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, 14 different women.
So yeah, we've got several different styles of each to choose from, and now we've got some kids, and hopefully we'll be getting some more as time goes on. So
Double C Western Supply. Hours are open.
Hours we're open is Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4.
Social media.
Yeah, social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can find us on there just by searching Double C.
Railroad Street, Elizabeth, and Double C Western Supply. One of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Look who stopped by. He's with us, ready to go. Big football game coming up Friday night. I know you don't talk much about college, but I think it's pretty cool. Tennessee's number one in the country college football playoffs in 2 years with Heupel.
Absolutely. Tremendous job he's done. Hooker coming from Virginia Tech basically had a 7-5 record.
Yep.
So, just Heupel and his staff done an amazing job. I mean, just unbelievable.
Yeah. And, of course,
reduced scholarships, and how many people, they had 25 players transfer when they first got there. And,
yep. And he's still got some improved guys, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's not totally his team yet, really, to be honest with you. I mean, he's recruiting heavily, and you got to think, as from a college football kid, if you want to go play football, the number one scoring team in the country, I would think all kinds of kids want to come, wouldn't you think?
Well, I think so, and then, they're doing a great job. I mean, I listened to a lot of the game last week on the radio, Tom, and the commentators, Bob Kessler and them, just kept talking about how it was evident that Tennessee's defense had scouted Kentucky's offense great. Levis is supposed to be a number one draft pick. He threw 3 interceptions. They held the running back 64 yards and a touchdown, but they just kept talking about how evident it was the game planning and things. And so, and I think for Heupel's offense, Hooker's got he's got a great arm to deliver, and it's just pretty cool to see. I think it's a great story, and it's pretty cool to see that just you take a group of guys, work really hard, and good things happen to good people and those who work hard.
I'm not a coach, he obviously is, so I'm just out of curiosity as a fan. How do you neutralize or slow down a no-huddle offense? Because it's been very effective for Tennessee. If you're Georgia, how do you fix that?
Well, they're on it. Places like Alabama, Georgia, they got 5-star recruits too. You go out and get those guys that can play man coverage and try to put pressure on the quarterback and get those pass rushers going. So, I think the biggest thing, when you go back to the Alabama game, they kept talking about the offense coordinator for Tennessee about a year ago. They abandoned the run game early, and I think with Smalls and what they've got going on with Hooker being able to run it, I think the running games, when you go back to the Alabama game as well, the second to last drive, they ran the ball down the field instead of just throwing it all over the place. So I think that's the key for Tennessee is when they can get that run game going, it opens up opportunities for the plays outside.
Speaking of running the football, switching gears, that guy named Nate Stevens went over 1,000 yards last week. We get a big win over Seymour, 62-0. Talk about that game.
Nate's been a spark. We've have a quote that says it only takes one person to create a spark for the rest of the guys to kind of jump on board and get that going, and that's what he's been able to do for us. Cade's getting back healthy and showing signs of, done a great job as well, and so we feel like we got 2 guys at any moment in the game can take control of the line of scrimmage and put the ball in their hands, make a lot of plays. But, definitely continuity up front's gotten a lot better. Guys are working their tails off, and we've, got things rolling on the offensive end.
Let's talk about them. The Knox Carter Hornets coming to town. This kid can sling it. Chandler Wilson, 272 completed out of 382 tried. In 10 games, he's averaging 38 passes a game. You can do your math. 2,856 yards passing, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions of the season. This team put 72 on Fulton the other night. They gave up 54. They put 72 on Fulton. So this is a hungry football team.
Well, they are very similar to styles of for both of us. Basically we're playing the same team a year older. It all starts with the quarterback. He's a Mr. Football finalist. They run it, throw it, spread it around. They do have solid playmakers. Quarterback is also their leading rusher. So when he gets down in the red zone, short yardage, he'll carry it. But, you're talking about throw the ball down the field, throw a lot of screens. They throw some crossing routes. They'll do some screens with the lineman getting out. We call those jailbreak screens. And, so they'll toss sweep it. They'll run some quarterback design runs. So they're very much wide open on the offensive end.
Caleb Harper wide out, 77 catches, 1,062 yards. Another kid, Blankenship, 653 yards. Al Tom, 304 yards catching. Spencer Russell, 416. He throws it around to these guys.
Well, Harper's the guy that's dynamic. I mean, he's the guy that's, he's a lot like a Dry. He's short, shifty, skilled. He's pretty quick. And then, Blankenship is the taller receiver of the bunch, and they use him to throw the ball down the middle. They'll throw him on some corner routes. He's the guy they look for on third down to keep drives going. But really efficient offense, and they've done a great job this year. The schedule, they started at 0-3, and then they've won 6 of the last 7. But here's the thing: they've played Morristown West, a 5A school, Walker Valley, 5A school. Knox Gibbs is in the playoff, but they've also done a great job with South Doyle, Fulton. Sevier County's a 5A school. Webb, they're opening up the season this year. It's a private school there, so their schedule's been pretty tough this season as well.
Out of the gate, just like us, 0-3. They've won 6 out of the last 7, including 3 in a row, and of course, again, beating Fulton 72-54. They beat Morristown West 13-7, South Doyle 47-13, and in Fulton last week. The last 3 games been high-scoring affairs, but so have ours been, of course. And so, I was looking, what do we do when we play football at the bank in the playoffs? We're 14-1. The only time we've lost in the playoffs ever at the new stadium has been CAK. We won 13 in a row in the playoffs. Our overall record at the bank, 50-5. We've played 55 games at Citizens Bank Stadium. We've only lost 5. The fewest points we've scored have been Scott County back in 2015. The most we've ever scored, Sullivan Central, 70 back in 2020. So when they come to the bank, and they came last year, we beat them 47-14. When you come to the bank, you better be ready to go, because the Cyclones own this field, obviously, and they 50-5 over 55 games. This team's hungry. They want to come back and prove something to us.
Well, we are. I think it's a big-time football game. And when you get to playoffs, this is not your typical first-round matchup, a lot like last year. People can remember it was 13-0 with about 2 minutes left to go in the game last year, right before halftime. And Eli Williams intercepted a pass, ran all the way down the 5-yard line. We scored to make it 20-0 going into half. So, we just got to be disciplined. We've had a saying around here, when we get this time of year in some of the games, you got to win the game with your brain. Special teams, they're a team that goes for 2-point conversions. They'll go for it on 4th down. They play a lot of the analytical there. They kick onside kicks, pooch kicks. They take a lot of chances. So we got to be really disciplined, be on our toes, and can't get caught sleeping with some trick plays and some of the things they do there. But really good football team. It's senior heavy. I think they got 7 seniors on defense, and just about the entire guys are on offense there. They are running the football a little bit better now, and the quarterback does have an arm that he can throw every route from one hash to one sideline to the deep corner of the end zone. So it's a really tough team to stop, and we're definitely, it's going to be a great football game.
Our kids are ready, folks, I can tell you that. We have won 5 out of the last 6, including 4 in a row. 55, 35, 59, and 62 points the last 4 games for the Cyclones, so our offense is clicking.
Well, we've played, our schedule's been very top-heavy. But I think that, there's always a game in the course of your season that's a game changer, and the Ray County game was a game changer for us. Just the way we fought, the way we come back, the way we bounce back, the way we had quick scoring strikes, the way we had to get some stops on defense, the way we had to make some adjustments. And so, it's playoff type football. You got to play 4 quarters. Got to get off to a good start. One of the other mottos we use around here when it comes to playoffs is you can't flinch. You just make a mistake, you got to make it right. And you can't flinch. You just can't worry about the previous play. Can't be looking ahead. You got to stay in the moment, and you can't flinch.
How big is it for Friday night to have a big crowd there?
Well, it's huge. The next couple rounds we're definitely on the road, so we just need to finish off the bank here with send these seniors out. It's been great season and great football teams. It's going to be exciting. It's probably one of the better first-round matchups. Just a team that for them, they've probably spent a year, hoping they could get a chance to play us again. And so, Coach Presley's done a good job of just going down there and, like he talked about in the 5-star prep. So last year they were just kind of pat on the back for making the playoffs. Now they want to make it. It's a big deal. So, for them to come in our place and knock us off, so it's we got to be ready, and guys have worked really hard, our preparation, and I think, our guys are healthy, so we got to be a great performance by our guys on Friday night.
No stone left unturned. He has watched film, more film, and as I've said all the time since I started working with this gentleman, I said we may be out-talented somewhere down the line, although I never think we've done that. We'll never be out-coached because you guys have looked at film over and over and over and over, and again, this is not a walk in the park. This is a good football team.
Well, it is a good football team, I'm telling you. Good defense. They're aggressive on defense. They play aggressive style on defense just because they want to get the ball back. They know they can score at times on offense, so they kind of all over the place. I call it a kamikaze defense, where they're kind of all over the place. But we just got to be sound and efficient. Last year in this game, guys like Bryson and Cade, had a field day running the ball. That's what we got to have. Friday night, guys like Cade and Nate, got to step up to the plate. We got to make some plays on the outside for Dalton, and we can't turn over the football. Got to minimize our penalties, and it's all about playing 4 quarters.
Got to project it. I'll go jump out here. Nate got 1,000 last week rushing, and then the way I looked at it, he's inside. I have it in front of me, inside 25, 30 yards. I think Dalton Mitchell going over 1,000 passing.
Well, Dalton's really come on strong. We've had the last couple of weeks where he's been able to focus on quarterback play. A guy like Luke Whaley's been a big help for us because he can play corner and safety and get Nate a break, Cade a break, Dalton a break. And Dalton's been able to focus a lot of quarterback the last couple of weeks. And, we got guys that are ready to step up. I think our linebacker corps has done a great job, just getting better. And ever since the Anderson County game, when we've had to work that's kind of stop Martinez, it's made us come back and get ready for the next test. And so we've continued to work on the things we need to improve. And we need great pass rush, we need pass deflections, pass breakups, interceptions, things like that, good sacks, quarterback pressures, quarterback hurries, make him throw the ball when he's not ready for it. And so we just got to tackle in space. But they're a really good football team. I mean, we can't underestimate their record at 6-4, and then them being a 3 seed. I mean, Region 2 with Doyle, Fulton, Anderson County, Gibbs. They have 3. That region has 3 Mr. Football finalists. Gibbs quarterback, Carter's quarterback, and obviously Anderson County's quarterback. So that's pretty tough division there.
Absolutely. We're ready for the challenge. Can't wait. Get ready to jacked up and get going. Blackout Friday night?
Yes, sir. Blackout. We'll be ready to roll.
Ready to roll. 7 o'clock. Remember, 7 o'clock kickoff in the playoffs for travel. Single elimination. Winner moves on. Loser goes home. Told the boys last week we're 226 miles away from Chattanooga.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about. Just it's what you play for. One game at a time, one play at a time. Be stuck in the moment. It's what I keep telling the guys. Be stuck in the moment and can't flinch. Whatever happens, you got to get to the next play and get ourselves ready to go. So, we've had it's been a good season. We've improved. We've learned. Been a lot of valuable teaching moments, and got a great senior class with the leadership. So I think our guys will be fired up and ready to go.
Playoffs at Citizen Bank Stadium were 14-1 and won 13 in a row. Last time we lost in the playoffs at our place was against CAK way back in the day, and so we are 50-5 at Citizen Bank Stadium. That's a pretty tough place coming to play.
Pretty tough place. So it's been a great atmosphere. Solid place to play. We need to be electric, and we feed off the Cyclone Nation, Cyclone Faithful. Supporting our guys, encouraging our guys to get behind us when we're on defense, to kind of make a lot of noise for their offense, delay games, offsides. We need all the help we can get.
Place will be nuts Friday night. And Big 82's back too. Mason Ball's
back.
Yes,
sir. Mason Ball's looked really good. He's worked really hard to get himself a chance, and he's going to get some big time moments to get in there and help this football team. That's really what it's about. It's for the greater good of the team, and our guys understand that. Play together means you play unselfish. Play hard means you play with tons of great effort. And then also when you play smart, it comes down to execute. We got to be able to execute in the critical moments that we've done all year long. So got to go out there and those are the 3 winning edges for us: play together, play hard, and we got to play smart.
Give me goosebumps.
Yeah.
Go Cyclones.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Love talking to this guy. If you can't get fired up playing for him, who can you get fired up for? I mean, I don't play for the guy, but every time he leaves my interview place, I'm thinking, God, Coach, put me in. I'm ready. Whew. He can do it. Get you fired up. That's what he does. We're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth, and again at $6.99. It is. Greg's going to join us coming up here in a minute. $6.99 for the new little feller. It'll be this one right here. Mary Chicken Do All. There's your new $6.99. That's your little stuffed animal they're selling. There's a few of these left over from last year, which are the toy soldier or toy chicken, toy cow, if you will. And then here's the new gift card for Christmas. Making a list and chicken it twice. I love that. That is really cute. They're so creative in the marketing department of Chick-fil-A. Good stuff. All right, quick break. We'll be right back going from football to the World Series. Whoa. Astros supposed to walk to the park with this thing, which is what I thought was going to happen. Au contraire, the Phillies are for real, and they're making it tough on the Astros, and they're 2 wins away from the World Championship. We'll talk baseball next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Discover what you love at MaryKay.com or with your Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant.
Hi, this is Mandy Lewis with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Did you know we can quickly and conveniently deliver Mary Kay products directly to you? We offer easy-to-do home and office delivery. Avoid standing in a line for your skincare products when Mary Kay can ship them right to your door through the customer delivery service. Find out today how we can ship the hundreds of quality Mary Kay products right to your door. Contact me today at marykay.com/mlewis10377. That's marykay.com/mlewis10377.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
At Chick-fil-A Caraway Village, we always look forward to seeing Ellie. Nick also.
Ellie just gets excited and bolts right towards him.
She loves to come and get the bag and trots right back to Nick.
We never even had to ask them to hand her the bag. The team members just automatically knew to do it. It was just that little thing, that level of customer service that kind of blew my mind.
We're just really glad that Nick shared Ellie with us. We take care of our guests, whether they're two-legged or four-legged.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We appreciate him stopping by as he does every week. Our buddy Greg Salyer, Major League Baseball update. You like this? I like this.
I do.
I do too.
I think those are cool.
Mary Chicken Doll. There you go. Brand new. $6.99. A little plush animal. Got a few of these left over. The toy cow. So for $6.99. All right. And let's see. We'll put those over there for the time being. Making a list and chicken it twice. I just think that's the cutest thing. Making a list and chicken it twice. That's a new gift card. So
yeah,
there you go. All right. So Greg's here with us talking Major League Baseball. Well. The Philadelphia Phillies.
The Philadelphia Phillies
have come off the mat and said, we're the real deal, folks. You all keep talking about the Astros. Well, hello, Kim Barnett. Hello, dear. How are you? Junior Stanley, Pam Kabul. Man, I miss your mama. Used to work with her mama. She was my boss back in the day. Miss Bobby Kabul, goodness. Dixie McDuffie, David Bowers, Say a prayer for Teresa Diggs. She's having terrible pain with the surgery. Hope you get to feeling better, dear. Vera Wolf, thank you. Linda Wagner, thank you, kids, for being with us. We go from football to Major League Baseball. The Philadelphia Phillies. Lance McCullers lit him up like a Christmas tree last night.
They did. Yeah, 5 home runs. Yeah, and you know what everybody's saying is he was tipping his pitches.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Alec Bohm, you know, before he hit his home run, he was pulled back over, and of course it was by Bryce Harper, who pointed something out to him and said, hey, and they think it had to do with the way he was lifting his leg.
Oh, really?
Before he was delivering the pitch, and he was tipping his pitches. And the Phillies figured it out.
And made him pay for it.
Wow.
Wow.
Because
And
Bohm
they did.
didn't hit a home run after Bryce Harper said, hey, look for this. And he saw it and knew what pitch was coming, and bam.
Boom. Yeah, he hammered it too.
Yeah.
And it got started, of course, with Harper, that 2-run homer.
Yeah.
And they really, after that, they kind of got the mojo going. Never looked back, did they?
Absolutely. I mean, Schwarber hit that, I
Oh.
forget how far it was.
Yeah. Hit that to Jonesboro, man.
Yeah,
he hammered
he
that
did.
thing.
He
Yeah.
did. So the fact that they're playing in Philadelphia right now, and the Phillies have 2 wins, the Astros have 1. Tonight's must win for the Astros.
Yeah.
It really is.
Home run was Harper's 6th of the postseason, his 4th go-ahead home run this October. Only Albert Pujols hit more go-ahead home runs in a single postseason. How about that? So
Wow.
Then Bohm hit Alec Bohm, the 1,000th home run in World Series history.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that crazy? 1,000 home runs in a World Series.
McCullers 4 1/3, 6 hits, 7 runs. They're all earned. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Gave up 5 home runs on only 78 pitches. Not a good start, obviously, for McCullers.
No, it was not. And, you know, Astros fans were kind of wondering, why are you waiting on Dusty? Why are you not pulling him? That's the question I think a lot of people have been asking, but we don't know. So he you know, and it could have been some bullpen issues that we don't know about or something. But, you know, he stuck with him a little longer than I guess a lot of people would have. And, you know, and they paid for it last night.
Yeah. Schwarber and Reese Hoskins go back-to-back on McCullers. I think that was in. From that point, they pulled him. So.
Yeah.
Then on the other side of the coin, Ranger Suarez, the starter for the Phillies, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, and 76 pitches. So he had a very good outing, unlike McCullers, who did not. So
Yeah.
Suarez pitched him good. So it, you know, everybody's talking about the home run barrage, but again, you look at the pitching Suarez did. He neutralized a pretty explosive Houston lineup.
He did. Ranger Suarez picked a great time to get hot. He really did, because he's been good in the postseason. And, you know, so that was a great game that he pitched last night. And you know, he pitched he kept a team down that I think is a very potent lineup, and he was able to put them, like you say all the time, good pitching stops good hitting.
Yeah.
And he put out some good pitching last night.
The rain out on Monday forced everything to play last night.
Yeah.
Helped who? The Phillies or the Astros?
I think it helped the Phillies.
I do too.
Yeah. And it has moved everything back a day. So, you know, but yeah, I think it did. I think it helped the Phillies more than it did the Astros. And you know, the Astros really, you know, when you're only down 2-1, it's hard to say must win, but I think they're in a must win situation tonight. I think if they don't pull something off in Philadelphia tonight, they're in trouble.
They're in trouble, yeah. You look at the numbers, the Fighting Phillies, what they call themselves, are now 6-0 at Citizens Bank Park in October. They've out-homered their opponents 17-6. They've outscored their opponents in their 6 postseason home games 42-15.
Yeah.
So they're putting up the offense. Tonight, it'll be Aaron Nola for the Phillies and Christian Javier will go for the Astros. Who do you like in that matchup?
I like Nola, actually, especially pitching at home.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Thor's next up for the Phillies. So,
Syndergaard, yep.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting start, I think.
He was going to go Monday, and the rainout scratched him to go to Game 5, which will go back to Houston, right? Yeah. 4 and 5.
No.
4 and 5 are in Philly.
4 and 5 are in Philly. 6 and 7, if necessary, are in Houston.
Yeah. So the first two, Houston, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 in Philadelphia. No, it's 2-3-2.
It's 2-3-2.
Yes, 2-3-2. My bad. So 3 in Philly, 3, 4, and 5 in Philly. 6 will be in Houston, and Game 7 will be in Philadelphia.
No, it would be back. It would be in
Be
Houston
backwards?
as well. It'd be in Houston.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-3-2. So games.
Well, they don't go back and forth. It's 2-3-2. 2 Houston, 3 Philly in the middle, and the
then-
last 2 in Houston, Minute Maid Park.
right.
So, will Verlander get another throw, get another chance if need be?
I think he's scheduled either Game 6 or Game 7.
Yep.
So they've got to win. They got to win one more before they can get to Verlander.
Yeah.
And that means they got to win in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Framber Valdez, excellent pitching performance. He and Verlander, but that was 1 and 2. But now the last 2, the Phillies have done well.
Yeah. Well, Verlander was not really Verlander in that first game. Really, I mean, he didn't pitch like we would think he would, but Valdez was the guy that really stepped up. Yeah.
I watched him against the Padres last weekend, and man, this guy's the deal.
Yeah, he is.
So
he really is.
So right now, you would lean Phillies?
I would lean Phillies right now. Yeah,
Wow.
they now have the home field advantage.
Yeah.
They took it away, and Houston has got to win in Philadelphia. Philadelphia's fans are tough too, man. They were really all over the Astros last night. Every time who was it? Bregman, Altuve, and Gurriel came up to bat, they were yelling cheaters because those are the 3 guys that were still around from the
Scandal.
trash can scandal.
Yeah.
So they would yell cheaters at them, and then every time Maldonado would come up, they would yell check his bat, his bat. Which now let's face it, he did use an illegal bat in Game 1, but it was a bat that Albert Pujols gave him, and Albert Pujols was grandfathered in to use that bat back in 2010, and Maldonado came in the league, I think it's 2011, so he wasn't aware that this bat was illegal for him to use, but Pujols could continue to use it because it was the bat he had been using before then, but it had been considered illegal that long ago. Well, the reason though the bat was illegal wasn't because there was any advantage to using this bat. The reason the bat was illegal was because this type of bat is known to splinter real bad, and it can be an injury problem for somebody. So that's why the bats are not used.
She's here. Go get her some lunch. This is more. She walked in the door, said, "Get me some lunch."
My cousin's in here too. My cousin walked in a minute ago.
Yeah,
Not
you did.
seen her in forever.
Yeah. Well, go up there and say hello to her if you want to.
I waved to her. If she's still there, I'll talk to her. She's standing up there like she had a
Well, run up there and say hello to her. I'll take a break. Run up there and
it's fine.
go up there and give her a big old Greg Salyer a hug. Is Ev watching today?
Oh yeah, she's watching.
Ev.
Yeah.
So, do you remember? She'll know this. I'm sure your mother's watching. Your first Halloween costume, what you went out as?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the first one was.
What's the first one you remember going out as?
I can remember a ghost with just a sheet over me. I can remember a fireman.
Yeah.
I remember Robin. She made me a Robin costume, like Batman and Robin. She made that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Sewing machine, all that cut
Oh
and sewed
yeah,
it?
sewed
Wow.
it herself.
Awesome.
So yeah, but yeah, she made that thing for me. So I remember that one. I was a werewolf one time too. I remember that.
Sure.
But yeah, it's been a long time ago.
First one for me, you want to know?
Yeah, my cousin's leaving.
Cousin's leaving.
Yeah.
Bye, cuz.
She had a
bag
mobile
full of
order or
goodies.
something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Snowflake.
A snowflake.
Yeah.
I always knew you were a snowflake.
Oh,
Tom.
baby. There's a picture somewhere. I don't know where it is, but there's a picture.
Snowflake. Wow.
They cut a sheep, put it down over, and took pipe. Remember the old pipe cleaners?
Yeah.
And she made some kind of fangled looking thing, stuck on me. It looked like a snowflake, and sprayed glitter on it. or put glitter on, dipped it in glitter and stuck it up there like it's got the, how the snowflake symbol looking thing.
Yeah.
It's stuck down on my head, and I got a white sheet, and I went out as a snowflake, and my brothers absolutely crucified. So you look like such. I can still remember. I was 5 or 6 years old. They said you look like a doofus.
Yeah.
Remember my brothers? They used to call me moron. They'd ring the bell and go, "Moron's here," and I go, "Trick or treat," with a pipe cleaner snowflake with glitter stuck to my head. And she made a little round thing with a pipe cleaner. The other was a snowflake.
Yeah.
Plopped it down on my head like a complete idiot. So my brothers wore me out, and deservedly so.
Well, you got to make do with what you got.
That's what you got to do. Yeah.
So
I was telling
your mom was making do with what she had.
Yeah, I was telling her boys the other night, when we went out trick or treating, we took pillowcases. We didn't have a bag. We literally had a pillowcase.
Saw several of those Saturday at our fall festival
Yeah.
church. People with pillowcases.
Pillowcases full of candy.
Yeah.
Put it under your bed, and if anybody went in your room, it was death, because you knew they're in there rooting around for candy. What are you doing in my bedroom? Well, I just thought we'd come in there. No, you ain't. You're there looking for the candy. And then we'd take that. You remember that little thin yellow wiffle ball bat?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We beat the dog out of them.
Oh,
You
yeah.
get in my Halloween candy, I will kill you. But I went as a snowflake my very first Halloween. Hello, young lady. How are you? So, thank you. Yes, ma'am. So, did you get? Very good. Merry Christmas. See you in the morning. That'd be Mrs. Moore, our PR girl in Elizabeth City Schools. All right. So snowflake for me, and you think the first was a fireman? You think?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Seems like. Yeah, I had one of those costumes with what we called them false faces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Old plastic mask.
Yeah.
With little holes barely big enough to see through.
Yeah.
And it had a little
couldn't read
elastic
through 'em
strap.
either. Yeah.
Go behind my brother and go.
Yeah, a little
beep,
elastic
pull that
strap.
thing back and pop him right here over the ears.
Yeah.
He'd cry and squall, big nanny. So.
Yeah.
We'll wear him out. So.
If we still had those, boy, they'd be worth something. I bet.
Oh, absolutely. The old, you put them on and wear them about 5 minutes, be sweating, run down your face.
Yeah.
Good grief. But those were the days.
Yeah.
Those were the days. So, anyway, we're talking Major League Baseball. We have the Gold Glove winners.
Yeah.
And we got some pretty impressive folks.
Yeah, we do. 14 first-time
First-timers, yeah.
I mean, that's unheard of, I think. 14 first. And they've added 2 new Gold Gloves, too. Utility players.
Yeah, I noticed that. So.
And with good reason, I think. So we'll talk about that here in a minute.
So your catchers, let's go down to, for the second time, let's rattle through these. The catchers, American League Yankees, National League Phillies. Tell me who they were.
Yeah, Jose Trevino. I almost said Alex Trevino.
Yeah. I love it.
Man, how long has that been? 40 years ago.
40 years ago, every bit of it.
Yeah, Jose Trevino from the Yankees, deserved it for sure. And Real Muto for the Phillies. Of course, he's still playing, so there's a reason that he may have got some votes.
Yeah. First base, Vladimir Guerrero of the Blue Jays, and Christian Walker from the Diamondbacks. You good with those?
Yeah, I am. I'm good with really most of them, I think, this year, which is unusual because a lot of times I'm not good with them. But yeah, I am good with these guys. Guerrero came in this year a lot lighter than what we've seen him, and I think that was to his great benefit defensively, and I think it showed.
Second base, Andres Jimenez from the Guardians and Brendan Rodgers of the Rockies. Yep.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, how often do we see a Rocky second baseman win a Gold Glove? It's
pretty rare.
Well,
does it ever happen?
No, it actually happens a lot. I think.
Oh, it happens a lot.
Yeah, it happens a lot. LeMahieu won one there, and I forget who else has done that, but several Rockies second basemen. It seems they tend to win that. So. And Jimenez, I'll just say, I've been impressed with him all year. I think he was one of the reasons that the Guardians made the playoffs. Really had a breakout year, and even with the bat and the glove.
Astros shortstop Jeremy Pena, we'll see him again tonight for the Braves in the National League. The Braves put in Dansby Swanson the Gold Glove. That's awesome.
That is, and especially for a guy that's a free agent this year, we'll see if that increases what he's going to get paid next year.
Nolan Arenado, the Cardinals, by the way, said, I'm going to stay with St. Louis. I'm not going to option out. He's going to be a Cardinal, which I thought was really cool. And then for the American League, Ramon Urias from the Orioles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was a little bit of a surprise. Arenado's never a surprise.
No.
Arenado has not played in Major League Baseball that he has not won the National League Gold Glove for third base.
Really?
He has
that
won
good?
it every year that he's been in the league.
Wow, that's an impressive stat.
Yeah. So Urias is a little bit of a surprise, but I'm good with that. I think he had a good enough season to do it.
Also, let's see, we've got, I want to say hello to Kim Barnett, we did. Junior Stanley, I think I did. Terry Buckles, hello, sir. Left field, Stephen Kwan of the Guardians and Ian Happ of the Cubs. How about those?
Yeah, so Kwan started off the season just phenomenal and offensively, and then defensively just kept it up all year. So yeah, absolutely, he deserved it. Ian Happ, I think, is one of the first timers again. Ian Happ is a legitimate star for the Cubs. Let's face it. He is a Reds killer. I see him play against the Reds all the time, and I hate to see him play against them. So that means he's a really good player.
Very good player.
Yeah.
The Guardians got 4 guys on there. Jimenez,
They do.
Kwan, Miles Straw, the center fielder. Then also they've got the pitcher, Shane Bieber. So
yeah, they do.
Center field, Miles Straw, Guardians, Trent Grisham for the Padres.
Yeah, Grisham for sure deserved it this year. He has put on a show all year in center field, and so I think he deserved it for sure. It's unusual to see 2 guys that are side by side in the outfield win Gold Gloves. That's what happened with the Guardians with Miles Straw, who I thought would I thought he'd win one. I didn't think he'd win it this year. So, but hey, good for him. That's good.
Right field Gold Glove winner Kyle Tucker, the Astros in the American League. For the National League, Mookie Betts of the Dodgers. Good with those two?
Yeah, no surprise with Mookie Betts again. And Kyle Tucker, another guy that I thought would win one eventually, and this was the year.
The second Brave to win a Gold Glove this year. Swanson, the shortstop. Max Fried, the NL Gold Glove pitcher. And then Shane Bieber, the Guardians, is the American League Gold Glove pitcher. Interesting.
Yeah, it is, and he's just another Braves pitcher. Braves pitchers are really good at winning Gold Gloves because think back to Greg Maddux, who won 10. Phil Niekro won 5. We kind of forget that, but Fried may be another guy that can string a few of those together.
For the utility category, DJ LeMahieu for the Yankees and the American League winner, and the National League was Brendan Donovan of the Cardinals. So.
Yeah, so that's a new category this year, and I think that these 2 guys are the reason we have that category, because Brendan Donovan has played every position this year except center field, pitcher, and catcher for the Cardinals, and played them all well. And then LeMahieu for the Yankees played 35 games at first base, 41 at second, and 47 at third. So, what position do you then put him in a category to win a Gold Glove? Well, that'd be utility player.
Michael Lunsford joins us coming up. Coach Lunsford, the Hampton Bulldogs, talking about their big first-round matchup coming up on Friday night against Oneida. We'll run down all the local teams, who's playing where, and the playoffs coming up here in a few minutes. It's early, but I want to get I'm going to get 3 of the categories before we get out of here.
Okay.
In your humble opinion, who will be the American League and National League MVP?
Okay.
See how good he does.
I think the American League, to me, it's a slam dunk. It's Aaron Judge.
Okay.
I think Ohtani will get some votes, but you can't go against Aaron Judge. I think he's going to get it.
Broke the Roger Maris record.
Yeah, he's going to get it by a long shot, I think.
Yeah.
National League, I've been talking about Goldschmidt all year as one of the guys that I thought was one of the leaders for that. I'm going to back away from that maybe a little bit. I think he still had a great season. Still has maybe the opportunity to do it. Bryce Harper might get it.
So you going with?
That's who I'll go with.
All right.
I'll go with Bryce Harper. He came on strong when Goldschmidt started fading a little bit. So it might be one of those, what have you done for me lately? And Harper ended very strong. Goldschmidt went out kind of not as strong as he'd started.
With a whimper.
Yeah.
Cy Young, American League, Verlander?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's got to be.
National League?
Wow.
That's wide open, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Can't think of his name now. The guy for the Marlins. What is his name?
Freddie Fender. I have no clue. I have no clue.
No, so he had like an under 2 ERA all season as a starter. I cannot think of his name right now off the top of my head. But he's the guy I'm going with, even though I can't think of his name. The guy from the Marlins.
Yeah, you look it up.
I'll look it up.
All right. Manager of the Year, Dusty Baker. Maybe. American League? What do you think?
Probably so. I think he deserves it. He put together that kind of team. So I think he deserves it. National League, wow. I would think Showalter would have a good chance at it this year.
Mets?
Yeah, I think he's got a good shot at it. Schnittker may get some votes as well. Of course, they didn't repeat, but they did make the playoffs, and I'd say Showalter would be my pick. I don't know that he'll get it, but he would be my choice.
What about Rob Thompson of the Phillies?
He just wasn't there long enough,
Has the interim tag. They make him full-time manager. The guy's got him in the series and playing very well. So.
He does, but he was there like half a year, so I don't think he'll get much consideration because of that.
Showalter's your man of the Mets?
I think so. I think he did a great job with the Mets. That's a difficult team to manage.
Oh, you said the Marlins guy. Did you figure out who it was?
Let me look.
Look it up. It's driving me nuts.
It will drive me nuts, too.
We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Again, don't forget, the trays you can order for the holidays for any time. For Saturday's game against UT and Georgia, you want to watch any reason, 297-1266. You got the macaroni and cheese tray, the fruit tray, the salad tray, the nugget tray, the chicken strip tray, the Cool Wrap tray. A morning time, the chicken mini tray, a chilled nugget tray. You got the brownie tray and the cookie tray and a sub tray with a sub roll with grilled chicken on it. So those are the 12 trays you can use as options anytime going into the holidays. 297-1266. He is
Sandy Alcantara.
There you go. Had it right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah, I think he'll be one of the finalists for sure.
Yep.
And I the fact that his team wasn't all that good may hurt him, but I think he deserves it.
See, I look at it differently. I think if you're on a crummy team, you still have those kind of numbers. That makes me think you're even better than. I mean, if you're on the Dodgers, you're on the Astros. Okay, you got a pretty good surrounding cast. But you're on a dog team, you're still putting up those kind of numbers. Alcantara, I would think to me that'd be more impressive.
Yeah.
If I was a pollster voting, so.
Yeah. And Cy Young, it might not be as big a deal as like MVP. MVP, they're like, well, okay, you had a great season, but you didn't help your team win.
Yeah.
So so that I think that may make more of a difference.
Good point.
But yeah, Cy Young maybe not so much.
Hello, Miss Betty Lacey. How you doing, dear? Terry Buckles, we said hello to you. Are you hungry, by the way?
I'm hungry. Yes.
Yeah, I am
and
too.
I don't know what I'm getting today. I'm gonna have to figure that out here.
I don't either. I usually get the number 5. I'll do something different today before I get out of here. So before I take off.
Mac and cheese. I know.
Oh, always have mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Always.
So,
I think I offended some. I went to a restaurant here, and why I said it, I don't know. I was at a restaurant last week, and they have mac and cheese on the menu, and it was one of the options you can get on one of your sides. And she's rattling off mac and cheese, and of course she's a waitress. I said, "Oh no, your mac and cheese doesn't touch Chick-fil-A," and she went. I thought, why did I say that? It just popped out. She kind of got a little offended. She said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, your mac and cheese." And then I thought, "Okay, I'm sunk. Might as well say it now." Yeah, your mac and cheese doesn't touch Chick-fil-A's. I'm sorry.
Nobody
really
does. Yeah,
so she got a little huffy, and I'm thinking, what? But then she walked off, and I told her, I thought, "Why did I say that?" She said, "I don't know why you said it, because I don't know why I said it." Yeah, I just kind of boop, just kind of popped out, a brain burn.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, she went, "Really?" Took like. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, they're going to spit in my tea or whatever, but they didn't. Of course not. But it's all good. But the mac and cheese is a religious experience, no question. Here, I don't know what they put on it, but it's different than any place I've ever had.
It is fantastic.
Yep.
That's for sure.
You get a tray, and they said And so I'm tempted to just buy a tray and put it in the freezer and the refrigerator and just eat it off the tray.
How much is that tray?
I don't know. It'd be
Man.
worth every penny, I can tell you that. There is only, well, wait a minute. Funny you ask.
You got the number?
I have the catering list and see if we got a
Let's
mac and
see.
cheese tray
Let's see.
here.
We dropped some of those prices here on the floor a minute ago.
Did we really? That's all right.
Well, it's not that, but
Let's see. Breakfast, entrees. Let's see. I'll have to, when they get over in a minute, we'll ask. Rachel's coming to talk here in a minute.
mac
We'll
and
ask.
cheese tray.
Here's trays. Mac and cheese tray.
You got one that serves
Small
10.
serves 10. The large tray serves 20.
Oh, you need the large one.
No, absolutely. Wear it out. I'm serious. I could sit. I'm sure it's not
You'll
probably
eat
the
it
worst
5
thing in the world to
times.
eat, but because
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not. With all the cheese and everything in it, I don't care. I would not eat for 2 or 3 days to get ready for that because the mac and cheese tray would be awesome. So
I can't imagine because just even a little cup of mac and cheese
it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So
But yeah, what you did to that waitress, it reminds me of when I was a senior in high school. You remember when the new Coke came out?
Mhm.
Then they went to Coke Classic.
Coke Classic,
and the
yeah.
new Coke.
The new
you
Coke,
know?
yeah.
So I was a senior in high school when that came out, and they came to my school to do a commercial for the new Coke. Paid us $1 a piece.
there you go.
To be in this commercial.
You didn't get any product?
Just $1. Well, we got to try the new Coke, which nobody had tried before because it hadn't hit the market yet.
So I would give you Coke to take
So-
home to drink.
Yeah, you think they would. They gave us $1. That's all they gave us. But anyway, I knew as soon as the words came out of my mouth, they're not using what I said.
You're right.
So, because my friend, we're standing there and there's 2 of us and we're being videoed, and they said to just say whatever pops into your head. So it's okay. That's what I said.
Yeah.
So my friend, takes a drink of it. And then first of all, I drank after him, so I knew they weren't going to use that anyway because they don't want people sharing cans. But back then, it probably didn't matter. This was 1985. It didn't matter back then. But he takes a drink of it, and he says, "Wow, that's good. You want to try it?" And I said, "Yeah." So I take the can, and I take a drink, and I said, "Yeah, that is good. It tastes just like Pepsi."
Hook him, get him out of here. The guy was going, no, out of the mouth of babes. That's good.
That's exactly what came out of my
So
mouth.
just like Pepsi.
Yeah.
Well, I won't tell them myself. Here's one of my stories. Dad will love this story. So we go to the governor's mansion in 6th grade, go to the governor's mansion in West Virginia to meet the gov, and then the late Senator Robert Byrd, who was a very good fiddle player.
Okay.
Put out some albums. But I had a friend that played the fiddle, which was a very good fiddle player too. As it turned out, I said the wrong thing at the wrong time. We're in the governor's mansion, had a reception. Senator Byrd came out, played the fiddle, turkey, Cotton Eye Joe, and turkey in the straw. I think's the name of it anyway. So he's playing it, and they're going out there, and so I'm at the end of the row, front row, and this PR person for the governor, Arch Moore at the time was the governor, the late Arch Moore. Anyway, so I'm standing there, 6th grade, minding my own business. I'm looking at it, and he said,
Oh, no.
Oh, this is good. She said, what is your name? I said, my name's Tom. She's good. She said, what did you think about Senator Byrd? Wasn't he wonderful? I said, he don't play as good as my buddy. My buddy's a whole lot better than him. She said, excuse me? I said, he ain't as good as my buddy. My buddy's a whole... And the Senator Byrd's standing there. And you could read his face like, you little twerp, He didn't say it. He was like, oh, really? I said, he ain't as good as my buddy. Next thing I know, the rest of the field trip, I'm sitting on the bus by myself. It's like, hook him, get him out. So
I'd be like, well, where's your buddy? Bring your buddy on out here. Let's just see how good your buddy is.
Yep. So Mrs. Slavens, God rest her soul, she jerked me out of the line and said, Tommy, you're on the bus the rest of the day for that little comment. I said, he asked, I told him, said, you should have thought before you said that. I said, well,
yeah.
Miss Slavens, my buddy is a better fiddle. So there you go. So
that is hilarious.
Oh yeah. Well, it wasn't at the time. So so the rest of the field trip, I'm sitting out on the school bus in the parking lot of the state capitol by myself because I did not do well. Yeah. He ain't as good as my buddy. So hook him. He's gone. Well, if you don't want to know, don't ask. If you want to know my opinion, don't ask me. Even now, if you don't want to know, don't ask me.
That's
I will
true.
tell you.
You will tell you.
I will tell you. You better believe it.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm wired. Now,
I've heard your opinion a bunch of times when I didn't want to hear it.
I won't force it on you, but if you ask me what I think, you better get ready. I'll burn your eyebrows off. I'm going to tell you what I think. So
You are.
That's the way I was raised.
Yeah.
So it's how the Marine told us to do it. So yep.
Yeah.
They ask your opinion, you give it to them.
Yeah.
Full barrel, and I do. You've heard it before, haven't you?
I have.
What do you think about this, Tom? It's like, and Greg go, really? Okay. Really? How long have we known each other?
What, about 9 years?
9 or 10 years?
Yeah, something like that.
But don't let him fool you. I've heard him get on his soapbox too, Ev. Come on now. That street goes both ways.
You maybe have heard that more than I've heard you.
I guarantee it. So,
Yeah.
but that's all right. That's why we're buddies.
Yeah.
So, come back next week.
I'll be back.
We'll be in Johnson City next week. I think we've been here 2 weeks in a row, haven't
I think we have, yeah. This
Next
is
2
2
in
weeks.
JC. Next 2 Wednesdays we'll be in JC.
Okay.
So, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be hooking up and talking to head football coach Mike Lunsford, due to join us coming up next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. But first, getting ready to travel for the holidays. You're 3 weeks away. I know that. We're 3 weeks away from Thanksgiving, but folks are planning. And here's where one of the stops you need to make. Stop by Valvoline Express Care and get your oil changed before you leave town for the holidays, or just stand around town and driving. Got to have clean oil in your vehicle. Here's Greg Maupin to tell you all about it. Talking to our buddy Greg Maupin. Let's talk oil changes. In, out, on your way. Tell us about getting an oil change at Valvoline Express Care.
No need for appointment. Reservation, just come in. It's a pull-through service. We're going to be here about 15 minutes. We got new customer forms out there. If you've not been here before, we're going to take your basic information, and we're going to put that car in the database right there. It's going to pull up everything Josh needs to know. We got Josh on the bottom today, so he's going to clear it, make sure everything's good before they start. And since that process starts, he's going to drop it. He's going to check all the fluids up top. He's going to air the tires up. He's going to check the wipers. He's going to reset that maintenance light, and in and out in about 15 minutes.
Yep. If you're here more than 15 minutes, there's something wrong, right?
There's something wrong. Valvoline comes in and checks us quarterly. They come in top to bottom, make sure the product's where they should be, make sure the products are what they should be, and make sure we're running it. Valvoline, at the end of the day, has the top quick lube program
in the country.
In the country.
3 oil changes: conventional, semi-synthetic, max life, and full synthetic. You have 3 to choose from, right?
We got 3 to choose from. We've got everything from 0.20. We've got 0.16 now, ultra thin, and some of the new stuff's gone for that. 540, 1540, 0.30, 0.40, 530, 520, 1030. We've got those in conventional. Most of those zeros are going to be synthetic or full synthetic or synthetic blend. But if your car calls for it, we've got it.
Hours you're open?
We are open 8 to 5:30 through the week, 8 to 2 on Saturday.
You're in, you're out, you're on your way here on Railroad Street in Elizabethton. Again, look for all the U-Hauls. You know you're right to the right place at Valvoline Express Care. They don't mess around, folks. You stay in your vehicle, you pay out there, you stay if there's any questions, and of course you will be asked to start it back up and all that. So that aids in getting you out in a quick time. So 15 minutes or less, you're out of here, folks. I'm telling you. And the last time I had mine done, 12 minutes and 24 seconds, so they don't mess around. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Valvoline Express Care, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Football and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the ponies there. Coach Michael Lunsford of the Hampton Bulldogs. Good afternoon, Coach. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. And let me say this. As I told him off air, there are coaches down through the years doing these shows that when they win, they're all about talking to you. When they lose, you can't find them. And I understand that to a point. But Coach Lunsford said, win or lose, you call me, I want to promote our kids. And so you had them on the ropes, but you lost a heartbreaker last week against a really good Daniel Boone team. Tell us what happened.
Well, we was up 14-0 at the half there, and they got the ball starting the second half, went down and scored, went into the fourth period, and it was 14, so we were still leading 14-7 going into the fourth period. They go down and score with about 9 minutes to go, and we had about a 7.5-minute drive where we went down and took the lead back 20-14. And then they went down and scored with about hardly no time left on the clock and kicked the field goal kick the extra point to make it 21-20. And we felt like we had our chances, felt like we had our opportunities. Daniel Boone's a heck of a football team, and for for us to be able to play them the way we did, I was awful proud of the boys.
Absolutely, because you played up. You're 2A and they're 5A, so it's a much bigger school, a lot more bodies on the sideline, but you hung right in there as the Hampton Bulldogs always do. What did you tell them at halftime? You went in on top of this team that's undefeated, and they were trying to run the table 10-0, and they did. So what did you tell them at halftime?
I just told them, that it wasn't over, and that we had opportunities to tweak little things, this, that, and the other, and get things a little better. Thought our defense played really well all night. Gave up a couple of plays here and there that really hurt us. A good offensive football team like Danny Boone, that's going to happen. And we felt like we put our best foot forward. Felt like we still could have done a few things better. But we had scored more points on them than anybody scored all year, and that's saying something playing the schedule that they've played. To brag on my little cousin a little bit, he had Levi Lunsford had over 200 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns on him. Carried the ball 44 times, and I also played defensive end every snap of the game. So, I'm sure he was a whoop puppy by the end of the game. But we had a lot of people play well, and for us to be able to put 20 points on a great defense like that was pretty impressive.
Absolutely. So and I guess you're answering my next question already, but you lose to Boone 21-20, final game of the regular season, the way you lost because you had them on the ropes, but yet. How do you take that loss against Daniel Boone and springboard it into, okay, guys, we lose to Boone. Now we're getting ready to take on Hampton this Friday night. How does the loss at Boone, how do you take positive out of that and get you ready for Oneida?
Well, we know we played a really good football team, a team that has beaten, a lot of good football teams around here. Beat Elizabethton and Science Hill and a lot of those schools, and Tennessee Highs and Davy Crockett's, a lot of big schools with good football traditions. So we know we was playing a good football team, and it kind of makes us believe that we can play with just about anybody because they are so much bigger than we are. And there are still things that we can fix, still things we can get better at, still things we can improve on. So, being able to go back, take our, see the positives, how well you played, but also see the negatives and be able to improve on some of the things that you wish you'd done a little better.
Well put. We're talking to Coach Lunsford. We're live here getting a Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. So Friday night, Oneida comes to town, take on the Hampton Bulldogs. So give us a scouting report on Hampton, would you please? On Oneida.
They're not quite as big as they've been doing in the past. Still got a lot of good-looking kids, athletic, good quarterback. Quarterback throws the ball well. He's fast, quick, can scramble, run around. Not been a typical Oneida season for Oneida. They're used to finishing, competing for the top 1 or 2 spots in that conference, and they finished 4th this season, so a little out of the ordinary for them. But when you watch film and you put turn film on, there's a lot of good-looking kids and a good-looking football team out there. So we know we'll have to play, and we know we'll have to play well.
So who are some of the kids that have to step up and play? We've talked as a team individually. Who you counting on? You got to say, guys, you got to give us a big game Friday night.
Gino Carrico is one. He plays low fullback, then plays inside linebacker for us both. Thought he played a heck of a game defensively last week against Danny Boone. Played really, really well on defense, but thought he could have blocked a little better at times. Cameron Hall's a kid that we're depending a lot on. He's playing some defensive end and some tight end as well. But in our power sets, we really kind of run behind him quite a bit, so we need big games out of both of those two.
You look past the Oneida team, which you probably aren't. I will for you, though. You have Happy Valley and Monterey on the other side of that bracket to be playing next Friday night. And so Monterey and of course, Happy Valley. But have you done any scouting on them or any on Monterey or Happy Valley? Are you totally focused on Oneida right now?
Well, we've been totally focused on Oneida. We really didn't know how the regular season was going to finish out till the last week of the season there. But for Region 2, but we have looked at some of the other teams and just seen, kind of what was down there, seeing who was good and this, that, and the other. And Monterey really returns basically everybody off of last year's team. We beat them last year in the first round, 21-0, and they didn't lose a whole lot. So they'll be a good, solid football team in the second round there too if they beat Happy Valley. And Happy Valley's been much improved over a much big portion of the season there, and then they lost their running back, the Sowers kid. He tore his ACL in week 9 or week 10, I guess. And So we hate that for him, but whoever we get there, we know in the second round of the playoffs, you're going to play a good football team.
Absolutely. There are no more cream puffs now. Everybody's tough, including Oneida Friday night. You got to play your best game. How big, in closing, Coach, I know this is a softball question, but how big will the crowd be for you Friday night when they come to town to have a packed stands?
I look for our people to be here and have a big crowd from our side. I don't know how many people from Oneida will make the trip. They generally travel pretty well, but they're generally not in the 4th seed. So it really just depends on how many of them decide they want to make the trip up.
Yep, there you go. You'll be ready to go Friday night, whether the place is packed or nobody's there. Bulldogs will be on the field ready to do business, will they not?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Coach, thank you, sir. As always, we'll talk to you next week. Appreciate your time, and go Bulldogs.
Thank you, Tom. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed talking to that gentleman right there. I've only met him once, but he's a great guy, great coach, obviously. He does a wonderful job in the land of the Bulldogs, Coach Lunsford. So thank you again, sir, for what you do, and we appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's take a look at let's jump in here and go. Let's take a look at who's playing where. We'll stay in that 2A bracketing. Our other local teams, Happy Valley travels, as we said, to Monterey. You have South Green home to Rockwood, and Cumberland Gap will travel to York Institute. That'll be in 2A football. In 4A football, which is where we are, of course, the Cyclones taking on a very good Knox Carter team. Don't think this is a walk in the park. Sean was there earlier. It ain't a walk in the park, folks. It's bad English. It is not a walk in the park. This will be a very tough team. They won a piece of us. We beat them up here last year pretty good, 47-14. So most of those kids are back from last year's team, and so the Carter Hornets won a piece of the Cyclones, and they'll get a chance. We'll strap it on and go. 7 o'clock kickoff on Friday night. We're going there at 6:30. The other teams in 4A, Greenville, will be hosting Knox Fulton, which will be an interesting game. I'm going to make a prediction. It's going to be closer than people think. I don't know if Fulton can beat Greenville, but I think Fulton, I just think it's going to be a very close football game. I just do. Fulton put 54 on a pretty good Knox Carter team the other night. So 54 points and lose. That's like Alabama putting what they put 49 up against Tennessee and got beat. So you put 54 on somebody in a high school football game, you're expected to win. Fulton's a pretty good team, and I think they'll give Greenville all they want on Friday night. Granger will travel to Gibbs. Our game, Elizabethton and Knox Carter, airtime at 6:30 on the Cyclone Network. And then Seymour will be traveling to Anderson County in 4A football. All right, in 1A, you have the Cloudland Highlanders. We'll talk to Coach Benfield tomorrow or Friday. They're going to be hosting Oakdale. You have Unaka. How about O'Brien Bendon and the Rangers? Home in the playoffs at 6-4, hosting Greenback, who's 6-4. And then North Green, who's 1-9, going to Coalfield, who is 9-1. So obviously on paper, North Green is a much-decided underdog. And this is no knock on North Green, but I got a real problem with the 1-9 football team being in the playoffs. Just do. Whether it's North Green or whoever, I'm thinking something's way wrong with the way they got this set up that a 1-9 team is going to be in the playoffs for on any school, and that's not knocking North Green. It's just I think the format's flawed to make that happen. But North Green fans say we're coming, we don't care. 1-9, we're just be glad to be playing in the playoffs, and so that's the way to look at it too, I suppose. But it seems like 1-9 is that doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, Chucky Doak in 3A hosting Austin East, who's 3-7. Chucky Doak 9-1. Unicoi County, we talked to Coach Rose earlier in the week. They'll travel to Gatlinburg-Pittman. Unicoi County 8-2. GP is at 9-1. West Green 8-2, hosting Pigeon Forge, who's 5-5, and Johnson County at 2-8, traveling to Alcoa to battle that team, who's 9-1, and a very, very good football team to say the least. In 5A football, Daniel Boone home to Knox Halls on Friday night. You have Knox Central, the Bobcats, hosting Tennessee High. The Vikings go to Knoxville. Morristown West will be home to Sevier County. If you missed it yesterday, Elizabeth will be playing Morristown West next year. It's one of the new non-conference teams in the schedule. We're keeping Science Hill. We're keeping Daniel Boone, and we're picking up Morristown West. We're looking for one more non-conference game. So Morristown West 6-4, hosting Sevier County 6-4. Then Crockett travels to Knox West. Crockett a 5-5 team. Knox West a powerhouse and undefeated at 10-0. The Pioneers will have their hands full down in Knoxville coming up on Friday night. Finally, in 6A football, Science Hill at 6-4, hosting Bradley Central 7-3. That's not a walk in the park. That's not going to be an easy first-round game for Science Hill at all. Jeff County 7-3, traveling to Farragut 8-2. Dobbinsville at 8-2, hosting Bearden 6-4. All these games are pretty good matchups until Morristown East at 4-6. going to Maryville at 7-3. You kind of know the story about Maryville. They're a powerhouse team, so I would think East would be having their hands full there. But the Scienceville Bradley Central game, 6-4 and 7-3. Farragut 8-2 and Jeff County 7-3. Good matchup there. And then Bearden 6-4 and DB at 8-2. That's a good matchup. So those are some pretty good games in 6A. Of course, the winners move on, and the losers will be eliminated in postseason play. So that's what's going on there again for our football game on Friday night. Tom Taylor Sports Show will come by and close this thing out right after this time out. We're on the road again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on show number 1732 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back after this from Food City.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher. Our butchers offer special orders, custom cuts, and even entire meal recommendations. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
Huh, I bet he'd be great at wrapping presents.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
Hi, this is Big Country, and you're watching my buddy Tom Taylor and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, there she is. Rachel Robinson's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. So, there you go. How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Is it busy?
Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's a lunch rush, so.
It's a lunch rush. It's all good. So, yeah. All right. So, I'm going to be your prop man. So, here we go. You have, let's see, we'll talk about these. Okay. Talk about the trays.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to be your Vanna here, for lack of a better term. So do I play that well, you guess? So, all right. Let's hit this right here. My buddy Rachel Robinson from Chick-fil-A. So tell me about my little guy here.
That are our Christmas cows that you can purchase here in store. They're a good little stocking stuffer or a little fun gift for a loved one who loves Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
So we've got the Christmas one that he has in his hand right now, and then we have a little drummer boy one as well.
Yep. $6.99.
Yep.
All right. We have the new card. Let me be your Vanna. I'll hold it up for you.
Be
So
my Vanna.
here we go. It is called Making a List.
And chicken it twice.
Chicken it twice. It's awesome. So tell me about the gift cards here at Chick-fil-A.
So gift cards you can load with however little or however much you want. They make a really good stocking stuffer as well. But you can come in store and get them. You can also get them at Walmart. But we can load however much you want on them.
Yep. We want you to come in here. Don't go there. Come here and get them here, and come in the store. Now, if you go and get more than 3,
come inside.
Come inside. Because you go through the drive-thru, you got to activate the cards, and people come in and get, what, 20, 30 at a time?
Yeah.
So you'll slow everything up. So if you're going to get more than 3, we ask that you come in here. Well, they're going to tell you have to come in here and get them activated in here so it doesn't slow down the drive-through, and I totally understand that. So, all right, lots of tray possibilities. Tell me about the trays.
We've got mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, salad trays, sub trays, wrap trays, strip trays. We can do cool chilled trays that you can reheat later, and then for breakfast we've got mini trays as well. We can also do box meals, which is like chips, cookie, and a sandwich that all come in a little package for you.
Yep. And the chilled nugget tray, you have that. And you have the brownie tray and the cookie tray and the dessert department. So which one's your favorite down through there?
I'm a big fan of the sub tray just because it's something different that we don't have on the menu, but you can get in a catering size. They're great. They're a grilled chicken that's been cooled. That's the same one we use on our salads, and then a piece of cheese with some spring mix and tomato, and the bread itself is just delicious.
Really?
Yeah, I love it.
It's called a sub tray. Got those available here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. You have this one for $6.99. This one's a few left over. This one, it's the toy soldier from last year. There's a few, not many left. It says, March to more chicken. There you go. And hi, Rachel. Wait, hi, Rachel. There you go. Did I sound like a little miniature cow? Probably not. She's like, what's wrong with this guy? So, Mary Chicken Doll right there. Now, you also cater. Tell us about the catering. Here's your catering menu. Tell us about that, would you please?
Catering, we can do delivery or pickup in-store delivery if it's over $100.
Yep.
But we've got all of our trays available. We can do grilled bundles. We can do fruit trays, salad trays, same things. And then beverages, we've got coffee of 96 ounces, sweet tea, unsweet tea, lemonade, diet lemonade, Arnold Palmer's, Sunjoys is what we call them.
Yep.
But
tell me about the packaged meals. A lot of folks may not know about that.
Yeah, packaged meals we call them box meals typically in store, but they're just a box that'll come with napkins and either a sandwich, chips, cookies, or you can do a fruit cup as well. And they're really great for like sports teams and holiday events where you just want something easy that can grab and go and get on the way. But they're a good addition to our catering menu for sure.
297-1266 is the number to call. Call here at Chick-fil-A and get lined up, ready to go. Anybody answers the phone can take care of any of your needs. So don't procrastinate. Don't wait till the last minute. If you're going to need ordered trays for the holidays, go ahead and do that now and get them on the list, and so you'll have it done. Don't have to worry about it. So 297-1266 is the number to call. This is Rachel Robinson. She is double R. I'm double T. She's going to help me do a ball game coming up or two with Milligan University, which we're excited about because her father is the head coach, and her mother's the national javelin champion. Right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was she in high school when she did or college?
College.
College.
At the King's College in New York.
Yeah, she was a national javelin champion. So there you go. In King's College in New York. There you go. Javelin. There you go. Yes. You have to go back to work, don't you?
I do.
Yep.
Here till 3.
Thank you, lady. Appreciate you. That'd be Rachel Robinson right here, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. All right, that's going to do it. We want to say thank you to our guests. I want to say thanks to Joseph Taylor from Ivy Hall Nursing Home, Coach Michael Lunsford of the Hampton Bulldogs, Greg Salyer, Major League Baseball update, Sean Witten, head football coach of the Cyclones. I think I got them all. Then we threw in Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker, with our weather forecast going to be in the 80s by Monday. No snow, no cold weather. Yay, yay, yay. Keep it warm. Keep it warm all winter. I'm already counting down the days to spring. And then also want to say thanks to Molly Tipton and Rachel Robinson. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. If you don't have a church house, we encourage you to stop by Pleasant Beach Baptist Church and worship with us tonight. Kids are back there in Master Club. It's a lot of fun. They finish up with a verse today. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. And here it is. We don't apologize. Psalms 96:4 says, "For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He is to be reverently feared and worshipped above all so-called gods." Psalms 96:4 will be the verse of the day. See you back here tomorrow. We'll be live tomorrow. When will be tomorrow? We'll be back at Port Travis Deli tomorrow for the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Wrap it up at show number 1732 by saying, as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching the show here today at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton.